Welcome to another SSJ review. This time we're looking at the Metal Gear Solid Snake figure from McFarlane Toys. I've had this figure for years now, and after doing my thoughts about Metal Gear Solid 5, I decided, since it's been a long time since I've seen this, I'd do a full review, and luckily I have all the pieces. So here's the main figure, and he is absolutely cool looking. Although this figure was made in '98 or '99, within the same year, a year or two after the game came out, so they didn't have a whole lot to work on, but they did a really good job on the face with what they're going with. Although Solid Snake doesn't really look like that in later years, especially since Metal Gear Solid 2, but it's not bad at all. The detail, other than the more inaccurate face, is amazing, especially on the back of the jacket here. Backs of characters are usually what kind of like get the short end of the stick, but not this one. Even the skin tone has a little bit of a kind of like a more darker peach in there to just accent it a little bit more, and kind of like how the cloth plastic has a little bit darker gray just to accent the curves. You can really see it well on the pants portion of the figure, all the way down to the boots. Just not a single bit of this figure is not touched with some sort of detail. Articulation wise, McFarlane Toys isn't really known for having the best articulated figures. They're really just best known for having just great quality looking figures. The head is on a swivel joint, but it can't really go all that far. The shoulders can go in and out and front and back a little bit. This one elbow is only on a swivel. You can't get it out of this position other than, just going side to side, but you can move the wrist up and down. This shoulder is equally kind of weird. It's on the same kind of swivel, but it's more at an angle, so it can go down like this, or kind of turn the wrist like that. You'd think they would figure you just use a more common elbow joint, just make him a little bit more practical, but I guess not. He does have a waist swivel, hip joint that just goes front to back, very old school, a knee joint, and no foot. So you can see it's not really the most articulated figure. It's really more meant for just like very stoic poses, especially with his accessories. And speaking of which, let's take a look at them. He comes with a handgun, which has a peg here that will peg to the inside of his hand. Although getting it to do so is actually kind of difficult. Not that time though. So you can have him with the pistol. I kind of like to have him holding like this, kind of double handing it. Then he comes with a more of an assault rifle, which this can be kind of tricky to get him to hold. Considering how kind of bulky it is, and still has that peg that somehow is supposed to go in the hole in his hand, but that's the look you're supposed to go with. He comes with a C4 explosive. Doesn't really attach to him anywhere. Oh, and of course you can store his pistol on the side here, like that. I've never been able to figure what this thing is. I think it's a flare gun or a grenade launcher, but I don't know. It's been a really long time since I've really seen anything about this, but maybe it attaches to here somehow. But I don't know. I don't remember this, what purpose this thing served at all. Comes with the breathing mask that he uses at the very beginning of the game when he comes to Shadow Moses through the water out of the submarine. And he also has night vision goggles, which is supposed to kind of peg together in the back of his head, but I don't think I've ever been able to get this thing to peg right, because it just wants to pop out almost right away. Yeah, see, it just doesn't hold on. But if you were able to peg it in, it looks something like that. So this is a really of course. And then he has his kind of rocket launcher here, which I forget what term it actually had in the game, but really cool. This is probably the coolest one that he has. It actually has a projectile missile, so it becomes a little bit more of a toy then. So pretty cool. Yeah, this is a really cool figure. I'm not sure how much this thing is going for on eBay lately, but if you're a hardcore Metal Gear Solid fan like me, definitely pick this figure up. This is a really cool looking figure that's not really all that posable, but is really good for collectors and just want a good Metal Gear Solid 1 display piece figure. Alright, until next time, thank you for watching.